What's up everybody, it's your boy CBCBCG here, and let me tell you, today we're going big. We're talking trillions big. We're about to jump headfirst into the insane world of Saudi Prince Salman, a guy who makes $1 million look like, well, not that much. So buckle up, because we're about to take a wild ride through gold-plated everything, mansions that cost more than entire countries, and a lifestyle that's straight out of a dream. If your dreams involve diamond-encrusted toothbrushes, let's do this. Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the extravagant lifestyle of Saudi Prince Salman. From gold-plated cars to multi-million-dollar yachts, let's see how he spends his trillions. Alright guys, first up, let's talk real estate. And not just any real estate, we're talking about a house, well, more like a palace, that cost a mind-blowing $300 million. This isn't your average fixer-upper, folks. This place is called Chateau Louis XIV, and it's located just outside of Paris. We're talking fountains that would make the Bellagio jealous, gardens that belong in a fairy tale, and enough gold leaf to cover a football field. Seriously, this place is the definition of extra. But here's the crazy part, this house is actually a modern masterpiece built to look like it's from the 17th century. We're talking state-of-the-art technology hidden behind every antique-looking door. Imagine a movie theater that looks like a royal court, or a swimming pool that would make Poseidon himself jealous. And get this, the Chateau Louis XIV even has its own freaking moat. I'm talking a full-on, water-filled moat, just like the castles you read about in history books. But this isn't the Middle Ages, this is a billionaire's playground disguised as a historical landmark. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to think $300 million was a steal. Okay, so we've seen the house, but what do you put on the walls of a $300 million mansion? Well, if you're Saudi Prince Salman, you drop another $500 million on a painting. You heard me right. This guy bought Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi for a cool 450 million big ones. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just a painting. How can it be worth that much? Well, first of all, it's a freaking Da Vinci. We're talking about one of the most famous artists of all time, a guy whose work is literally priceless. And to top it off, Salvator Mundi is one of the few Da Vinci paintings still in private hands. This painting is like the holy grail of the art world, and Prince Salman just casually added it to his collection. Can you imagine having that kind of money? I'd probably just stare at it all day, too scared to even breathe on it. But hey, that's the life of a trillionaire, I guess. Alright, so we've covered the land, now let's hit the high seas. Prince Salman owns a super yacht so insane, so over the top, that even Bill Gates had to rent it out just to see what it was like. We're talking about the Serene, a 439-foot floating palace that costs a cool $5 million per week to rent. And Bill Gates isn't the only one who's dropped a few mil to hang out on this boat. Celebrities, billionaires, you name it, they've all spent some serious cash to experience the Serene. But what makes this yacht so special? Well, for starters, it's got everything you could ever want in a floating mansion. Multiple pools, a movie theater, a helipad, because why not? And even a submarine dock. You know, just in case you want to take a quick dip a few hundred feet below the surface. But the real luxury of the Serene is the privacy and exclusivity it offers. This isn't your average party boat, folks. This is a place where the ultra-wealthy go to escape the world and enjoy the finer things in life, surrounded by their own private staff and all the caviar their hearts desire. Okay, so we've seen the house, the art, and the yacht, but what about cars? Well, Prince Salman doesn't just have a car collection, he has a gold-plated fleet. We're talking about a garage full of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bugattis, you name it, all customized with enough gold to make King Midas jealous. And we're not talking about a little bit of gold trim here and there. We're talking full-on gold-plated exteriors, custom gold rims, and interiors that would make you think you stepped inside a treasure chest. I mean, who needs a regular steering wheel when you can have one covered in diamonds, right? But the craziest part is, rumor has it that Prince Salman rarely even drives these cars. They're more like pieces of art to him, displayed in his garage like trophies. I don't know about you, but if I had a gold-plated Lamborghini, I'd be cruising down the street every chance I got. Alright, so we've covered land and sea, but what about the air? Well, Prince Salman doesn't just fly private. He flies in his own customized Airbus A380 and Boeing 747. We're talking about planes that are basically flying palaces, complete with bedrooms, dining rooms, conference rooms, and even a freaking concert hall. I mean, can you imagine having a concert in your own private plane? Talk about traveling in style. And let's not forget about the private chefs, the personal assistants, and the endless supply of champagne. Flying commercial will never look the same after you've seen how the other half lives. But here's the thing, these planes aren't just for show. they're also equipped with state-of-the-art technology and security systems, making them some of the safest and most luxurious ways to travel in the world. I guess when you're a trillionaire, you can never be too careful, right? Alright, so we've seen the Chateau Louis XIV, but that's just one of Prince Salman's many luxurious residences. We're talking about palaces scattered across the globe, each one more opulent than the last. Take the Al Yamama Palace, for example. This sprawling estate is like something out of Arabian Nights, with its towering minarets, intricate mosaics, and lush gardens. And then, there's the Jura Palace, a modern masterpiece that wouldn't look out of place in a James Bond movie. We're talking floor-to-ceiling windows with breathtaking views, infinity pools that seem to stretch on forever, and enough marble to build a small city. But it's not just about the size and the grandeur of these palaces. It's the attention to detail, the exquisite furnishings, the priceless works of art that adorn every wall. These are places where every whim is catered to, where luxury knows no bounds. Okay, so we've seen palaces in Europe and the Middle East, but what about the Big Apple? Well, Prince Salman also owns a penthouse at 432 Park Avenue, one of the most expensive residential buildings in New York City. And when I say penthouse, I'm not talking about a two-bedroom apartment with a view. I'm talking about a sprawling, multi-level residence that takes up an entire floor, with panoramic views of Central Park and the Manhattan skyline. This place is the epitome of New York City luxury, with its soaring ceilings, floor-to-ceiling windows, and a private elevator that whisks you up to your own private oasis high above the city streets. And let's not forget about the amenities: a private restaurant, a fitness center, a swimming pool, and even a screening room. Living in a penthouse at 432 Park Avenue is like having the entire city at your fingertips. It's a place where you can rub elbows with celebrities and billionaires while enjoying the ultimate in luxury and exclusivity. Alright, so we all know Prince Salman loves luxury, but did you know he's also a huge sports fan? And I'm not talking about watching from the sidelines. This guy bought Newcastle United, a Premier League football club, for a cool $350 million. Now, owning a football club isn't just about cheering on your team from the owner's box. It's a business, and a big one at that. But with Prince Salman's deep pockets, Newcastle United has become a force to be reckoned with, attracting top players and competing at the highest level. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to be the owner of a Premier League football club? It's like having your own personal sports team, complete with cheering fans, intense rivalries, and the thrill of victory. Talk about a billionaire's playground. Okay, so we've seen the cars, the houses, the planes, but what does a trillionaire do for fun? Well, Prince Salman is a big investor in the gaming industry, with stakes in companies like SNK, Activision Blizzard, and Nexon. We're talking about the companies behind some of the biggest games in the world, from Call of Duty to Candy Crush. And with Prince Salman's investments, these companies are able to develop even bigger and better games, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the gaming world. But it's not just about the money for Prince Salman. He's a gamer himself, and he understands the power of gaming to entertain, to connect people, and to create entire worlds. And with his investments, he's helping to shape the future of the gaming industry. Alright, so we've seen how Prince Salman spends his money. But did you know he's also incredibly generous? We're talking about a guy who once gifted each member of the Saudi national football team a Rolls-Royce Phantom after they qualified for the World Cup. And that's not all. Prince Salman is known for his philanthropic work, donating millions of dollars to charities and causes around the world. From education to healthcare to disaster relief, he's using his wealth to make a real difference in the lives of others. It's easy to get caught up in the luxury and the extravagance, but at the end of the day, it's important to remember that true wealth comes from giving back. And Prince Salman is a shining example of that. So there you have it, guys, a glimpse into the insane world of Saudi Prince Salman. From gold-plated cars to half-billion-dollar paintings, this guy is living a life most of us can only dream of. But hey, it's fun to dream big, right? Thanks for joining me on this wild ride through the life of a trillionaire. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more crazy videos like this one. Until next time, peace out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating insights into the lives of the world's wealthiest individuals. See you next time.